University. Ooh, we love our HBCU. Say what? Ooh, we love our HBCU. Get low. Ooh, we love our HBCU. Get low. Ooh, we love our HBCU. My name is Angel Rule, and I attended C.I. Gibson Senior High School. I'm currently attending Central State University. My major is psychology with a minor in biology, and I'm a junior, about to be a senior.
Hello everyone, I'm a 2018 Public School Scholar. I also came from C.I. Gibson, and I'm currently a junior studying chemistry at Central State University.
Hi, my name is Alicia Smith. I am currently a junior at Central State University, studying business administration with a concentration in hospitality management and a minor in sustainable agriculture.
Today we're going to do a PSSP informational / questionnaire because we know you guys have a lot of questions and y'all curious. So we're gonna break the video up into pieces where we discuss what the PSSP program is, the requirements, what schools are on the list for this year because it changes every year, and we're going to tell you our experiences at the end, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, so we'll get started. So the PSSP program started in 2015, and it was instilled by the Ministry of Education's Scholarship and Loan Division. And from 2015 to now, it has been headed by Mistress Monique Kinsey. The program has over, I think, 300 students so far that has graduated and are like presently in the program. So
I think it's more than that now.
yeah, it's probably more than that now. But yeah, if you guys want to know more, y'all could listen to Talia. She's gonna tell y'all the requirements.
Firstly, one of the requirements for the selection criteria is to be a Bahamian citizen. Secondly, you must be a first generation college student. That's probably the first preference. Be enrolled in a public school, a public high school. Be eligible to graduate in the 15th of the year of the high school completion. You have to have a 3.0 and higher GPA for academic students and a 2.75 GPA for technical and vocational students. Have an SAT score of at least 1,000 and an ACT score of at least 22. Must have at least 5 BGCSEs examinations with a grade of C and above, including math and English, and whatever academic student requirement is needed for your college. Adhere to the Public School Scholars Code of Conduct. Be willing to serve as an ambassador for the college and for the country. Be eligible for a student visa. Complete all visa requirements and fees. Register each semester for a minimum of 15 hours / credits, and pursue one of the outlined careers for the national need.
And if you guys didn't catch all of that, it's going to be right here in the middle of Alicia's face.
You know, and one thing about that, you always have to pay attention to the national need because that is definitely what's going to get you to college. I'm a chemistry major.
I'm a psychology major.
I'm a business major.
And therefore, all of our majors do adhere to the outline of the national need. Make sure that you pay attention to that because that is very important.
Oh, they offer the scholarships being given to whatever particular school you choose. Can either be a 2-year college or a 4-year college, but all fees given is between $7,500 and $15,000 maximum. And with the scholarships, your school actually matches the money given from the Ministry of Education. So for Central State University, the ministry gives us $10,000 for Central State, and then Central State matches it, so we have full coverage. Some students, on the other hand, with some schools, they do have a shortfall where they'll pay between $3,000, $5,000 a year or whatever, but that's because of the school that they choose. That has nothing to do with the ministry or their school. Their school matches a certain amount. Every school matches a certain amount. That's an agreement they have with the ministry.
And you have to be mindful that the scholarship doesn't cover your travel.
No.
And it doesn't cover your health insurance, because you're going to need health insurance for the school, and then they're not going to pay for your travel.
They don't pay for your books either.
Yeah, they don't pay for your books either.
They're not going to give you a stipend every month to feed you either.
Right.
So parents...
Apart from natural food in the cap.
Yeah. You do get a meal plan though with your scholarship, but that also depends on your school.
No, all schools do that.
All schools do that.
Mm-hmm. Some schools use their like ID to buy like off-campus foods, because I know some schools you could use your card to like go off campus and buy like Chinese or like Subway.
Really?
So yeah,
that is amazing.
I know, right? Yeah, so we just stuck with the calf. So
don't talk about Central like that. We have to wow. We got Sub Connect. Don't talk about Central like that.
Yeah.
Okay, as I was saying, parents, if you have your child who's interested in being a PSSP scholar or is a PSSP scholar, you should understand the information before getting into that situation. Because you might think, okay, they have a full scholarship. Not all schools have a full scholarship. You do still have to be a parent. You might have to send money for your kid to buy groceries. This is no shade.
Don't stand for nobody parents, girl.
I'm being serious. You will have to send funds to feed your child. The ministry is not responsible for feeding your child. You will have to send money in order for them to have their hygiene products. The school and the ministry is not responsible for that. You are still responsible to be a parent and accountable for your child, despite the fact that they're an adult. Now, if they decide that they want to do a process and get a job on campus to like keep themselves together, because I know everybody has a hard time, and that's fine, but you still have to be a parent, period.
And God help if your child go off to college that smells like our college.
Oh yes.
We're going to get into that in a minute.
Yeah,
Just make sure you get PSSP.
But let's just get the PSSP information first. So let's move on.
So I'm going to tell you all now. When you're doing your PSSP process, make sure that that is what you want to do. Because once you step in that door, there's no going back. Have your information down pat. I remember staying up hours in the night preparing my resume, making sure that everything I needed was set. I was in extracurricular activities to ensure that at the end of the day, I would be an amazing ambassador, because I know how it is to be in different activities. I know how it is to lead, and that is very important as an ambassador for this program and for the country.
Mm-hmm. Our portfolios were down.
You can't preach it enough. You are an ambassador for the country.
Ambassador.
You cannot.
Don't think that you come to college and do anything you want to do. This name?
Yeah, you can't act wild.
Yeah, you can't act wild.
This name is branded
on it. Let me see.
on your chest. This
right
name.
there.
This public school is this name right here.
You go hard.
You have to represent.
You have to represent, and that is what the code of conduct is representing. What the ministry sent you here to represent.
And you will sign a contract.
And there, you will sign a contract. So you have to understand that this is not something you could just choose to get away from home.
Right.
This is a job.
This is not your getaway.
The ministry is not going to waste no money on someone who's is not going to bring home the GPA needed.
Yeah, you can't come here. And
they will cut your scholarship.
Yup.
Faster than you can
get. Right. Like, boop, 1,000 gone. Boop, 2,000 gone again. Boop.
And sometimes it don't. You have to be able to keep up. That's what they're trusting you enough and putting enough faith, enough money into you that you work. And that's just how it is.
Schools like at St. Leo, there was Caitlin Wells who ran for her her little pageant at her school to represent the Bahamas. Like, she was representing being a great ambassador. Here at Central State University, you had Donishka Taylor, who was Miss Freshman, Miss Sophomore, Miss Junior, and she's Miss CSU. And then you have Esther Cartwright, who's Miss College of Business, and she is the team, I think the juniors honor, like the overall honor, her and Omar Davis. And then you have Kenton Wallace, who is Mr. CSU and was our freshman year honorary thingy. And then you have
Mr. CSU? No, he's Mr. College Business.
Mr. College Business.
Oh,
And then we had a sophomore, also a Bahamian. And then Emily, who's representing seniors. We don't have any Bahamian freshmen here as yet, but they represent this country very well over here.
And you have to understand that is what you are. Yes, you may feel pressure. You can't be out here being like everybody else. Right. They didn't send you here to be like everybody else, and that's what you have to understand.
You didn't get a scholarship being like everybody else.
So don't think you can come here and slack and waste money.
Miss Henzie, don't play.
I don't want you all
I'm
to
gonna put that in bold. Miss Henzie does not play. Okay?
You literally can't act like a head bod.
Right, don't act like it bad.
Let me stop.
Boy, we love you though, Miss Henzie. We love you if you're watching this video.
Yeah, we watch this video.
Hi. Next, we're gonna say the schools that are on the list, and the list changes every year. Some schools get dropped and some schools get added.
And you have to understand that some colleges are vocational and technical, and there are academic schools, and some schools are 2 year and some schools are 4 year. So when you're choosing a school, you have to pay a lot of attention to what you are going to choose.
But I saw something on the website where there is this option where if you're graduating from a 2-year college under the Public School Scholars Program, like you was a 2018 candidate or a 2017, 2020 candidate, and you happen to go to a 2-year college underneath PSSP, they do have an option where if you do have the required GPA and you have an acceptance letter from another PSSP school, that you can transfer over. I would say that is true because it's there, but you have to have different requirements for that as well. But if you're a PSSP scholar, then you already know that. So
additionally, I'd like to add on that the program does not exceed 4 years.
No.
A 4-year scholarship. Sometimes they may make an exception, but it really depends. They give you 4 years, maximum of 4 years. So if you pick a major, make sure that major is for you, because when it's too late, they're not going to spend extra money on you just because you decided to change your mind.
You can't change your major. I think she said once you get it, you can't change your major after that. It used to be an option, but it's no longer an option, because why are you going off the school and you don't know what you want to do?
Yeah, you can't be indecisive.
It don't make no sense. You have to know. Trust me, when you go off to school, it's like, oh wow, I want to do this. I want to do that. I need to do this. But then it's like, you really have to be like, you know what? I came here to do this because this was in my heart from high school. So I'm going to keep this. I'm going to push with this. So
it's 4 years.
Don't be indecisive.
Yeah, don't be indecisive.
No, exactly what it is that you're doing.
So our schools include St. Benedict.
These are for, I think, the 2020 year?
2021.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was 2021.
I forgot we're in 2021,
Additionally,
guys.
the deadline for this year, 2021, for fall term has already passed. The deadline was March 31st.
I'm sorry, y'all. We just doing this video, but hey, you know, you have
to
people
always
out
watch
there.
it, because the only thing what changes the colleges. The information is still the same. You still got to put in the same amount of work, same amount of dedication. So the current schools include St. Benedict's College, Central Baptist College, Coast Mountain College, Eastern Connecticut State University, Georgia State University, Holland College, Lipscomb University, Monroe University, Spring Hill College, St. Mary's University,
University of Prince Edward Island, Bethune-Cookman University, Central State University, we love our HBCU. Say bye.
We love our HBCU.
Get low.
We love our HBCU.
Get low.
We love our HBCU. Okay.
Sorry.
Little time session. Got a little too excited.
What's the next one?
Okay, College of St. Benedict / St. John's St. John's University.
That is a co-head, I think that's what they call it. A co-head. Yeah.
Florida Memorial, so if you want to stay close to
you want to be close to the Bahamas.
Yeah. Hastings College, John Brown University.
That's a school.
Yeah, I knew. Middle Tennessee State University, Palm Beach Community College. I think if you want to be close, you could pick that too. Sounds like Florida. St. Leo University.
St. Leo down south too.
Yeah, State University, New York. Taylor University, University of Central Arkansas, University of New Haven, and University of the Ozarks.
The crazy part is, I don't know what half of these colleges is, but you know what? It's kind of in the name.
Yeah.
So do your research on your school as well, because you have a lot of people who try to switch schools.
Let's start
because
there.
of the environment.
Search your school because you need to know the location of your school, not only for your visa process, but the climate and the weather is different in a lot of states. I came from sunny Nassau, sunny New Providence, hot, to snowing Ohio.
In the middle of April.
It snowed in April. My winter clothes is packed up and I had to go get a jacket.
Literally like 3 days ago.
You have to be aware of the weather conditions. Whatever place you pick, make sure you are always aware of your surroundings. Always.
Yeah. So the first advice would be to research your school.
Yeah, you have to research the environment, see if it's the environment for you. You have to research the school, see if they have the type of vibe for you. With a school that I applied for, a couple schools that I applied for, I got accepted to all my schools, but none of them seemed to fit me like Central State did. They're all PWIs. There is a difference between PWIs and HBCUs.
Sure is.
That's why you do your research.
Most of my schools were PWIs, and it kind of wasn't a fit for me because my older sister, she went to a PWI, but it wasn't for me. It was not for me. It's not the vibe.
Yeah. So PWIs is predominantly white institutes, and HBCUs are historically black institutes or colleges. Colleges/universities.
Personally just felt more homely coming to Central because not only I was here with people that I know, I found that being around other black people, I'm not saying that I'm not able to adapt, it just was more enticing to me. And then for a chemistry major, the classes are really small, so I was able to connect closer with my professor. Law could be difficult. College ain't easy, so I wasn't expecting it to be easy. So it's easier for me to connect with my classmates because of such a small classroom. At least for my major, I don't know how it is for them.
Yeah,
but for my
big classroom.
For psych, my classes are really small too. And when your classes are really small, you get to know your classmates. So if you need help with anything, or if they need help with anything, you could always be there to help them. And that's the thing about HBCUs. Everybody, I'm gonna choose my words wisely.
Most majors look out for each other.
Yes, most people look out for each other.
Sure
so if you need help, there's always gonna be help. And then there's tutoring. 2 out of 3 of us tutor. So
they didn't even have to do me like that.
yeah, so and that's a thing about being an ambassador. You have to show out, because we tutor, and yeah, it makes it a lot easier for you to maintain your classes,
as well as make you more independent as well.
Yeah,
it sure does.
Yeah, the whole college experience is to make you more independent.
I do not necessarily encourage you guys, because tutoring that's a job. They get paid to tutor. So I'm just saying, you could tutor people as a friend, or you could get paid to do it. That just depends on you. Yeah. But if you do not have good time management, sweetheart, because honey, Miss Hinsey don't care if you got a cat, dog, house, car broke down,
That GPA better be.
Your GPA has to be intact, and there are no excuses. There are no exceptions. So don't get a job if you know that you're gonna forget your homework.
Yeah.
Right.
And we, all three of us, maintain above a 3.5 GPA. We strive for that.
Yeah.
So.
Yo, let me crying. Anyway, let's not talk about it.
No,
We're gonna talk about that later because we be in here hollering, bro. Bro, oh
I'm
my
gonna tell you now,
God.
college is not.
You're gonna start
for
that
the weak.
segment? We're gonna go into this right now.
Let's just go into the segment of our
personal experience
our
of the
personal-
PSSP process and college.
One, the PSSP process was a dream for me. I
gotta
can't
go
say
last.
I can't say that
Yeah.
my PSP process was difficult because I know it was something that I didn't have a choice. I had to go for that. When I heard about when Miss Hindy walked into our lab, because we met in a lab, when she started talking, it spoke to my soul. I know that I needed to better my life and better my family's life. So when I heard about the PSSP program, I was like, okay, plan. And that was that from then. I did what I had to do. Although I was shaking in that interview, nobody could have seen. My leg was tapping. My heart was
You know
racing.
what?
But I know that it was something I definitely.
Yeah,
My PSSP process was stress. I wouldn't say it was tedious. I was in my guidance counselor office.
Shout out to Miss Barra.
Shout out to Miss Barra.
You're not gonna do it like that. Shout out to Miss Wells. Shout out to Miss Tamara.
Okay, get out here. Shout out to Miss Barra.
No, you're not gonna do me like that because my guidance counselors were the best. Oh, shout out to Mr. McCoy. Yeah, that was my principal.
I was in my guidance counselor's office all day, lunch, break, free period. I'm in there. Miss Mars, you think my resume look good? You think my transcript look good? Right? How my portfolio looking? Like I need a little bit more, a little more salt.
And Ms. Rose is honest with you.
She's going to.
If she
be
don't
honest.
like
If your essay is too short, fix it. If your essay is too short, fix it. If it ain't telling what you know you could tell, fix it.
If you need to sprinkle something else,
If you need.
she like put that there,
fix this.
fix
Be on the
that.
computer. You may stay up all night editing, fixing. When she sees that, and it's not what she expects from you, do it over.
And she always will say, "I love you," but
this has to fit.
this has to fit.
And every public school is going to have a guidance counselor that will fight for you if you show that you want a fight.
Oh,
You
yeah.
push yourself, push.
If you
push.
tell them that is what you want, they will. So you have to be able to go and get what you
Putting their
want.
head on the
Not
chopping
everything.
block.
Right.
It won't be handed to you. You have to go out there and work.
So how the process works is that you fill out the application, and the application is very tedious and very long. I think it took us like 3 days to fill out that application. How long it took
Just
you?
the application.
It took y'all 3 days.
We
because-
already know what we had to do, so we just sit down there
Yeah.
typing.
It did not take me 3 days. It took me like 3 hours maybe.
Oh no.
Like
It took us 3 days because we had to some of the stuff that was on it. We had to
we did
go
it at
back.
school.
Yeah, we had to go back and collect it. But
This is
the
not a process to
application-
do overnight. Make sure that you take your time. No mistakes.
I know. It
Yeah.
took like 3 hours.
So you fill out the application, and then you start. Well, before you fill out your application, you comprise your portfolio, and your portfolio consists of your resume, your personal statement, the reason why you want to go to college, acceptance letters, your all of your honor certificates, all of your extracurricular activities, and all of that. You have to make sure that is set in stone, because for us, we had to upload that into the system.
Yo,
I'm ready.
And bring it to our interview. So first would be filling out your portfolio, making sure that's straight. Then you do the application, and then you wait for the interview. And then you do the interview.
and then pray. But
Pray.
first you gotta pray before the interview.
You gotta pray before the interview, pray during the
Pray
interview,
before the interview.
pray after the interview.
Pray straight through till you get that confirmation letter.
Right.
Just pray.
Just pray. Because, boy.
Baby, only God. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. So, their applications go in March. And then you get your interview, like, I think our interview was like in
It was
April, and like
May.
April, May.
April, May. I think they do all the interviews really in April. Like,
Yeah.
I would say
middle
try to
part
get
of
your
April.
stuff in before March so you could find out when your interview date is. Because you don't want to wait till late to find out when your interview date. That's something you have to prepare spiritually for.
I agree.
Girl, I was shaking. Like,
Yeah. After that, then you wait, and it's the waiting game because it usually, I think it comes out like at the end of May or like in the middle of May.
what
The
Acceptance?
acceptance
June.
comes out in June.
June.
It did
like,
come out
June
like the
6th.
day before graduation,
yeah.
around that time.
And our graduation was like May.
It
Oh
was
no,
June
June.
6th.
Okay,
No, it was
yeah.
June
So it
6th.
was
Mine
June.
was June 8th.
Yeah, so like your acceptance comes out. And then when you get that email,
Baby,
Baby.
the tears.
I'm gonna take my glasses off. You cry. You cry and you thank God. You cry and you thank God. Because baby, you made it.
When I said where was I? I was at the printer somewhere. I don't know where I was at the printer. When I got that email, y'all know the Jesus step? Y'all know that was me. That was me because you don't like when you're in the position to not know where life is gonna take you, and then the PSP program comes along, you just like, Lord, thank you, and you get that confirmation. You're just going to be like,
Boy.
it's going to be so surreal.
And I can
So
tell
sweet.
you from now, my family don't have it. I
Let
think
me stop
all our families don't have it.
Because
All our families,
really,
all
y'all
our
blocking me out
families
right
don't have it.
now. I feel lonely.
All our families don't have the money
Go
for us to
ahead.
go to college.
She gotta-
She's on live as well answering questions.
Okay, so like I said earlier, my name is Alicia. I came from the Great Anatologist High School, former deputy head girl, 218. Let me stop. But so my PSSP process was a little, like, slightly different from theirs. So Miss Wells and Miss Bethel, both of the Bethels, that's 3 guidance counselors. First, they had us take the SAT and ACT.
We didn't talk about that.
They had to do that first. And then after the grades came out, maybe I think from grade 11, they was working with us talking about PSSP. I don't know if all schools did it,
all us did it.
but my school, they was working with us from like young. Me, on the other hand, my sister was a PSSP scholar in 2015. So from there, like I had some knowledge about the program, but I promise you it did not make my process any easier. Like, any easier. If anything, it made it harder because a lot was required from me, especially from my guidance counselor. So basically, my process, I had applied to different schools. I got my acceptance letters, but our portfolios were already done, like from October, November. So school opened up in September. We started doing portfolios from September. The only thing, we had to keep changing our portfolios or updating them every month because all of our portfolios were in sync. It might have different information, different things in there, but they had like these things they call guiders, I think. It was inside the portfolio.
Yeah.
All of them were printed out the same color. We had a little thing in the back of the binder that had our name and stuff. We had business cards. We had, everything was intact. And everything was in sync. If your portfolio looked slightly different, Ms. Wells was like, what is this? No, for real. She was like, did I tell you to do this? No, like, fix it. Ms. Wells is a very respectable woman, okay? But I only seen her mad once. Our class in our year, she worked really hard with us. I'm talking about staying back until 7, 8 o'clock at night, having to drop kids home. Okay, I was one of those kids she had to drop home. But she was up late at night working with us. You call her, she answers. You email her, she answers. We had filled out our portfolios had to be done by the end of November. You submit it to her office, she reviews it, and you don't get it back. You don't get your portfolio back. She keeps it in her office.
Right.
You don't even get it back if you have to change something. You legit just gotta go and change it and bring it back to fix it.
Makes sense.
Like, that's what it was. She helped us like do our resume. She helped us with our letters. She read over everything, so she double checked everything. Reference letters, everything that was in the portfolio, she looked over. Like, there was nothing in there that wasn't supposed to be in there. If you missed something, that's because that's your own personal fault. But we had our applications in by, I think, February. The latest, if you had to wait until the deadline, then that's your problem, because we had to wait for SAT scores to come out for some people who never took the SAT, but others who did take the SAT earlier, they were able to do the application earlier. You do need to fill out your college applications though in the fall. You can't apply to college in January. Fall is like the between September and December, and then spring would be like January to June. So, and then
don't go applying to PSSP without no college acceptance. What they paying for?
Yeah, you can't apply for PSSP if you don't have a college acceptance. That don't even make sense. If you going off to college, please do not try to fill out the form without an acceptance letter. Like, don't even try, because they might not even review it.
Right.
The purpose of them paying for college is to
you think they just gonna give you a $10,000 check and be like, here you go?
And this is what I missed.
Where's it going?
Money is very...
This is what I missed. When you apply, make sure it's the need that cannot be fulfilled in the Bahamas. Because that's what they're sending you here to do.
To be extraordinary.
To get the education from here and come back and build up the nation.
Yep.
She ain't gonna send you away for nursing.
Nope.
UB has nursing.
UB is like one of the leading colleges in nursing, I think. One of them.
Yeah, UB
has nursing. Okay?
Then she ain't gonna send you off for bio.
You still a degree.
Yeah.
Bio, UB got that. They have nurses. They cannot have bio.
A great program offered in the Bahamas. You might not. I'm not discouraging anybody.
Oh, teachers too.
Shoot,
Can't go
teachers.
for
Where
teachers.
you going in the U.S. to go study teaching?
We ain't coming over here.
We trying to be as honest as possible.
I'm keeping it real. I don't sugarcoat nothing. Never have, never will.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. Where are you going to go in the U.S. studying teaching, and the Bahamas has a teaching program?
I'm a teaching scholarship, and you have a nursing scholarship. So why am I paying when I can teach you here?
Yeah.
And they're extraordinary programs. I've worked with both of them.
You can come over here to study something like biochemical sciences or something. I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
Bio, no.
Engineering. For sure.
Engineering.
We have a friend that studies engineering.
But engineering is a tricky major because over here at Central State, it's a 5-year program. They may or may not give you a scholarship for that. They may or they may not. They probably will for some students. I know
It all depends.
3 PSSP scholars who are engineering majors.
It all depends on the list that comes out then.
We can put the list right here of the national need. Make sure that your major gives away the national need. I don't know if chemistry is still a part of the natural need.
I don't think
but
so.
I believe it is.
I think it is.
I think it is, but at the same time, I think it isn't because you have a lot of students who come off to school to study chemistry and they change their major.
That's true.
Because
chemistry
is
hard. Please have a gut for the science if you go in there this. College ain't a joke. But chemistry ain't no joke. You pick a major, right?
I got it.
When you pick a major, you must be. Let me look at y'all. You must be sure that that is the major for you.
Why didn't you
Okay?
do that earlier?
You can't pick a major and can't be able to do the work. I don't know how psych is for her. Right? I don't know how business is for her, but for me,
Oh Lord.
and I feel like if you've done science before, you understand chemistry is not a joke. No major is, but chemistry, that take, you have to have the heart for that.
That make it pull up your scalp. That's
Listen,
all I have to say.
I minored in biology now, and I want to pull up my scalp.
She's minoring in, but I don't have a choice but to take bio classes because I'm a chemistry major. Make it make sense. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Say tell that to the parents of most of the students. Oh
I'm
gosh.
just saying, like, you have to know that these majors ain't easy.
It's not.
Don't ever think you come here, yeah, I did chemistry in high school. No, I did too, and I supposed to be great. Ain't nothing.
College
It
on
ain't
the
for the light.
whole is literally.
It's not for the light.
Yeah, if you ain't got the stomach for it and you ain't got the head for it, just.
It's okay. It's okay, honestly. It's okay.
And we speaking from a perspective that we take about 18 credits every semester. You know what it is to take 18 credits? The minimum here is 12 credits. The minimum is 15 to be a part of the
Scholars. So don't even think, but if they said the minimum is 10, don't think about it because you have to take 15 and up.
You have to take 15.
Don't think about it. You go.
Each semester we is take but a
16.
minimum of 16 to 18 credits, and after 18 credits for us here, you just have to pay because it's called the overload.
They said you have to understand some of the students are forcing themselves to do a major to make their parents happy. You can't go to college
For
to
your
make your
parents.
parents happy because your parents ain't gonna help you with your homework. That's all I have to say.
Your
You
parents-
cannot go to college for your parents. Your parents are not your life.
Your
okay?
parents is going
You
to
can't be a
expect
doctor for
you
your
to
parents, a
bring
police
home-
officer for your parents. You can't. Do it for you if
Your
you're gonna do
parents
it.
is expect you to bring home that 3.0. Well, not even
4.0. They want a 4.0
4.0
every year, like they doing the
4.0.
homework.
Yeah,
Like,
stuff
ma'am,
like-
do you pay
Yeah.
for books?
They want you to bring home that high GPA, but they don't know you just have to stress. You just
Cry.
have to cry.
Put
You
your
just be in
eyelash
depression. We just be depressed.
Don't
in
eat
here.
for like 2 days
Don't
trying to do
eat.
homework because you're scared if you miss 5 minutes of work, you could miss out.
Like, bro, we just lay in
I had
bed.
8 a.m. on a snowstorm in the
I
morning.
lied.
They
That's
tell
the
us, let me tell you, they tell us
Never
no
again.
class until 12. I have an 8 a.m., right? If you send out the notification at 7, if they send out the notification at 7, and I already leave the house to go to class, how I can see it? I in class in the snowstorm. Okay? I in class in the
That's the
snowstorm.
crazy thing about this school.
But I gotta go to class at 8 o'clock.
We still gotta go to class. The snow will be
class.
up to like in the middle of our shin, and we still gotta go to class.
We gotta go to class.
Insert video. Insert video.
Of the snow being at my knee, I am short. But I gotta truck that and I have to take a shortcut to get to class. If I go the long way, I could be late. Make sure you go to college for you, please, because at the end of the day, that's the only thing. That's the only thing what can hold you in. Because at the end of the day, you will be here by yourself.
And we
No
will
matter
be reviewed.
friends, will not be in your classes. They ain't gonna be there.
None of them have any classes with me.
Nope.
I can never step in no business building.
Like
Me
it
neither.
just
I don't
happen.
even know how the business building looks, so I can't say let me count on her to show me how this class. No.
But we all support each other.
Yeah.
Sure do.
Like we pray for each other, we
Yep.
come together, we pray together.
Yep.
We might even do homework together and it's different assignments. So
Yep.
we have that, like we built our own little friendship and our own little family together. But it's still hard.
Yes, it's very hard. I watch on anime, right? And you dead comfortable. Then a notification comes say
Schoology.
Schoology. We use Schoology, guys, and I think we about to
That's our
change it
learning.
this semester. But when that Schoology notification come and say late submission, you just jump up. You'll be like, oh Lord,
I have homework.
I have homework.
Listen,
And
time
sometimes
management
teachers don't even
skills.
post it
Time.
for real. Like they would just have it hiding. It'd be hiding. So you have to go on Schoology every day and look under each folder to make sure you didn't miss no assignments. Make sure that all your work is turned in on time. You don't have no pop-up quizzes or nothing like that to surprise you.
Don't be scared to ask for help.
Right.
You struggle out there by
Another
yourself, it's your business. Because if you don't ask for help, that on you.
Yeah.
My major, I a little prideful. But when that tutoring service come out, I was like, you know what, Sean? Princess, shout out to my seniors.
Oh yeah, you're
I'm
leaving
graduating.
us.
Congratulations, guys!
You're leaving
But
us.
you have to ask for help because you just got to ask for help. I can't specify enough. Don't be scared to ask for help.
Yeah.
Even if y'all didn't get all the information y'all wanted, if you want to ask me a specific chemistry question, her business, her psych, don't be scared to ask.
All of my classes were like the basic curriculum and then hospitality classes from grade 10 to grade 12. So when I came to college and they throw this financial accounting at me, I was like, what is this?
Right.
I don't want to be an accountant, but it's under the curriculum in order to get my degree. So it's like they want you to like have your concentration, but you have to be well-rounded within that concentration. And I'm not the type of person to ask for help, but when I came to college, it was, excuse me, can you help me? Because I would legit sit there and drown before I asked for help, but I couldn't do that in college because that messed up my scholarship. And I got my GPA and I was like, yeah.
Even outside of classes, like you come here as a Bahamian student, any place you go, they ain't gonna shun you. You are a Bahamian. And you have to understand that you sometimes have to like modify,
adjust your tone.
Just adjust.
Because they ain't gonna understand.
College alone is an adjusting period. You have to be able to adapt to your surroundings. You ain't going to be spoon fed.
Yeah.
Them professors will tell you.
They will tell you ain't running after you. Them professors ain't running after you.
They will tell you where to find it. They will tell you where the assignment is. And you gotta go find it on your own because they didn't give you all they had to give you. They gave you the textbook.
Okay.
And you better find it in there.
Oh, it is important to buy your book.
College ain't for everyone because it don't make sense going to college, spending 4 to 5 years to learn and study something that I can get certified in here, which means in the Bahamas. In the Bahamas in a
matter of months.
Okay, yeah, in a matter of months. But anyone who's reading this or listening, because we recording this, don't let me discourage you. College isn't for me, but for all of the people who made up their mind to go, and everyone who is attending college now, I am proud of you guys. Keep up the good work.
Oh, thank you. Because listen at me.
Okay, so let's address that comment. It isn't for everyone. We already told y'all what the requirements were. You have to go to college for a specific list of majors, specific studies. So if you could learn at home in the Bahamas, what are you coming away for? You can't use college as just an escape because that mentally is not going to take you through college. It's not. College is for you to do what you gotta do, work hard, get what you need, and build. And build, basically. They tell you how to get no relief. It may be relieving, but they tell you how to go and get that degree.
Right.
And you have to be able to work. If college ain't for you, don't push it on yourself. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, don't let your parents.
If you don't think you're strong enough to handle the pressure, I can say pressure because that's what it is.
It literally is pressure.
If you ain't think you're strong enough to handle that pressure of a college life, don't do it. Don't do it.
It can also be overwhelming at times.
Pressure.
You might have to call a hotline, but it's okay.
They have hotlines.
Call on Jesus first.
I would say something about Central State University. I don't know about any other university. The counseling service here is there for you. Once you make it aware to them that you need help, they have a whole pantry for you just to go get food.
Oh, listen.
They are there for you.
Let's get into that.
And I love that. I love them for that.
Let's get into that.
So some people choose to go
because of the distractions. Maybe because it distracts them from home. I can't speak on it for myself because there ain't no distractions there for me other than TikTok and Netflix. Exactly. So or maybe there's distractions at home. Like let's say you have little siblings going around. All my siblings grown.
That I've been bothered while doing schoolwork. I mean, of course, it's gonna be distracting because you're home and there's so much to do.
And your mommy calling you like, "Come do these dishes." Or, why am I home?
Why don't watch it just because I'm doing schoolwork? I don't.
Yeah.
You have to be mentally prepared that when you finish, when you leave here and you have to do college at home, like for COVID, that assignment ain't changing.
Listen.
Them due dates will still be that due date. You understand what I'm saying?
And you gotta make them Zoom classes.
Make them Zoom classes because that's attendance.
Ain't
nothing changing.
You gotta submit your assignments on time.
Because COVID is COVID, yeah. But those assignments were posted before COVID. So what are you gonna do? You have to be able to push, adapt. But there are professors. I have professors.
Some people are mindful because when I not know Wi-Fi, like I ain't gonna lie,
they do understand.
They understand. It wasn't working.
Well, at least here at Central State University, we have very understanding professors, and that's what I do love about being here at Central State.
I love Central.
They understand.
It makes me feel like I'm a part of a family, okay?
Well, as far as the academic part, like my teachers do.
Like if I was up all night doing homework or something for a different class, and I'd be like, "Good morning, sorry I was late to class today," or something like that. Or if I show up late to class, he'd be like, "Hey, are you okay? Like, is everything okay with you?" And like we would have long conversations after class.
Yeah. And that's the thing. They listen. Like you have to make connections with your teachers and your professors.
Here at Central State, I got a professor that gave me. She only had her office, and she let me put my stuff in storage. I couldn't afford storage. I'm broke.
It was in between lessons. That's what we're gonna say. We was never broke.
I'm sorry. I was in between lessons. My bag was around the corner. My bag was around the corner, and literally, she was like, "Yeah, you could definitely put your stuff in here." Little old sweet old lady. She is so. That was here. Little dark old lady. Miss Bailey. Let me shout out to Miss Bailey.
Yeah.
Realization that college is not a
just books.
Don't let them pictures they be posting on the brochure fool you. Don't nobody be outside.
You have to realize that college is not walking in the park.
It's not. You're gonna be depressed, and that is straightforward. But you have to make connections. You always have to have that strong, firm foundation for where you could always go back and cry to, because many times all of them see me cry. I see all of them cry.
I'm glad. Yes,
listen.
College is stressful.
It is. Like you have to understand that your university is not going to be perfect. There's going to be people at your university that you can just be like, "Mom, I'm only trying to ask for this. I don't understand how difficult it is."
Right.
So you have to understand that they are humans.
They have lives too.
They have lives, and it's not going to be perfect. And you just gotta be there like, Honestly, I'd be like, "Why is it so central?" And I realized, I just feel like this was an opportunity granted to me, and I'm being very much ungrateful.
You just have to
humble yourself.
They'll run your heart, but then you just be like, you know what? It's okay.
It's okay.
You're trying to better yourself.
You have to understand.
College is a full-time
that you
job.
can't expect college to be sunshine and rainbows, because it's not.
Yeah, it's not, honestly. But college is really stressful. But you gotta remember that you were given an opportunity that could be taken from you any time.
Miss Hinsey,
and there is a lot of people.
Shout out to Miss Hinsey, because she's the most straightforward person I've ever met.
You know what? I will say this. If you feel like you had a hard semester because of personal reasons, mental health issues, physical health issues, the ministry is very understanding. But they do not stand for the foolery. You are not going to think that you are going to get suspended from a whole semester, get a 0 point something, a 1 point something, a 2.20, and think that it is going to be okay with them.
Nope.
They do have an option for your renewal letter for you to send a letter of compassion, I'm assuming, to the chairman of the board to say why you don't have a 3.0 cumulative. Let me tell you something. If you are making a 3.5 every semester, a 3.8, a 4.0 every semester, maybe even a 3.20, your cumulative should not be below a 3.0. But if it does get there because you had some shortcomings, they are understanding in that aspect. So they're not completely hard harsh with you. Right. But just know that it could be a yes or it could be a no. You might need some reference letters, some recommendations that say why you should still have your scholarship though.
Right.
But you know, they're compassionate, they're human, they have kids, you know. Don't think that okay, you're just gonna do foolishness and it's all gonna be okay. That's not gonna happen.
And for those out there who feel like, oh, they don't have the parental support that other students may have, talk to someone. Don't give up just because, oh, my mommy ain't there, my daddy ain't there. Yeah. I don't have this.
That should give you more leverage to push.
Miss Hinsey will talk to you.
Will talk to you.
You might as well call your mom, because
we have past public school scholars that have been through way more than we've. They've been through a lot. And she is there. She is there. Yeah. So I don't think that just because of whatever happened that you can't make it out. Because we've made it out. And we've known people who've been through so much who's made it out.
Don't let your past determine your future.
Oh,
if you came from a community that's like
hood, ratchet community.
Let's just say humble beginnings.
Yeah, humble beginnings. Don't let that determine or discourage you from going towards what you want to do. All of us came from communities that wasn't
humble beginnings.
Communities. I'm gonna be straight up. Communities that wasn't that good. We ain't come from Life-a-Key. We ain't come from, you know,
Westridge.
We ain't come from all that. We come from the ghetto.
That's like before Life-a-Key.
I come from Camp Road, South Beach, like we came from far, and we were determined to get out of that, and we did. And we are.
I plan on getting my family out of it. We're the ones who break those generational curses to say, oh no, you're gonna be 16 and pregnant, you ain't going to college, you ain't gonna be nothing like, baby, I am the life, okay? I'm the one who's going to try my best to bring my entire family out of poverty. There will be no one living in the trenches. There will be no more humble beginnings.
Amen. Claim it.
Additionally, we'd like to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts to Miss Hinsey and her team. Because I don't know, my brother was also a public school scholar, so she not only helped one of my mother's children, and she's helping both.
Same for me. My older sister was one of the first scholars in 2015.
From the bottom of my heart, and I'm like, I'm probably not gonna get it because they look for first generation.
Yeah.
But right after him, I went, and so there's. When I say that it's pressure attending college, it's pressure attending college.
Yep.
So we would like to say thank you.
Thank you.
Ma'am.
Thank you so much.
To Miss Monique Hinsey and her team.
Yes.
We truly love and appreciate you guys.
Yes.
Because
so much.
Without God and you guys, we don't think we would be here.
Nope.
We don't have the financial stability to be here. Our families don't have the financial stability to put us here. So we thank you guys so much, and we are so humble and so grateful.
Like
having faith in us.
Honestly.
to represent our country and to represent this program with pride. Like, there are no words to describe how grateful, how humble we are about it. Then we have good grades and we don't get in no fights, no trouble. Like, we're good students. You don't never hear.
You don't have a choice. You're an ambassador. What kind of ambassador are you trying to be doing?
Exactly.
No.
You don't even see us. Like,
that's a problem.
Either rooms are class.
But we are contactable though. If you reach out to us, it's not like we're going to not reach back out. For example, we started our own mentorship program, and now the girls that we've mentored are like family.
When was that 2019?
Yeah.
So 2019 scholars came into Central State University. To be honest, I only met one of them before they came here, and that was at a church function. They really introduced me to them because I think they had run into them somewhere, maybe in a caf, I'm not sure.
Met them at the PSP, one of the PSP events, and one of my connections was like, I need you to know her, I need you to watch her, and I'm like, it's done.
That's what I like. If you see students like us or any other upperclassmen at a university that you know your child is going to, be like, hey, I have a daughter that's going to your school. Here's her number. I need you to, you know, guide her along this journey. They're basically like the big sisters of these young girls and making sure that they get there. And we hope that when they have other students come in, that they mentor them and they guide them, whether they go to your school or not, because I mentor students at different schools as well.
Literally try to make sure that whatever we leave here, it wouldn't be an environment where I wouldn't want to come back to, if you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah.
I would leave here and think, I wonder if I impacted somebody whilst I was here. And that is like one of my goals with the girls that we choose to intake. I'm not saying that there's wrong with anybody else.
That's family. All of the Bahamians on this campus are a family.
We fight for each other.
Let me tell you. Although we may not text each other every day or call each other every day, somebody birthday, happy birthday, girl. Okay. Somebody running a pageant, girl, go get your crown. And we
all
support each other.
Watching, making sure.
We support each other. When Robin won Miss CSU, Robin was the first international student to win Miss CSU. And we all was there and we was like,
we had to be quiet. Like we literally, they was like, can y'all wait till after everybody was announced? We're like, wait for what? The first big Miss CSU, you better hear our voice when you talking about.
Listen, when they put that crown and when they put the,
I think we cried.
A lot of us cried.
We were so excited.
All in it. We even had what's his name?
Raquel.
Raquel was there. Darnishka was there. Darnishka became the second Bahamian. She was right after us. Right, rolled in.
Puffs hurting.
What's his name? Raquel was the first male Mr. CSU. Like they created history on this campus. Great representation of ambassadors, and that's exactly what it is to be a PSSP scholar. Be an ambassador, have good grades, don't mess up. There's room for mistakes to learn from, though.
Understand that college
is
a journey. Just how the road is built like this.
Oh, word of advice. Push. P-U-S-H. Pray until something happens. And don't stop until something happens.
Even after it happens, you pray.
Exactly.
And you thank God.
Always, oh my goodness, always thank God when you pray for something and it happens. It might not happen when you want it to.
Even if it don't happen.
It might not happen when you need it to, but guess what? God is an on-time God and it's going to happen right on time and he never fails.
Right.
And he won't start now.
Thank you guys for coming into our informational, coming into our little home.
Yes.
And talking about our college experience and answering questions that you guys have or statements that you guys made. So again, thank you, Miss Hizzy.
Thank you. We love you.
And her amazing team that's been working day in and day out.
They go hard for the kids.
Pushing because they go hard. So again, PSSP.
I don't have a PSSP shirt on, but I have the university you know sent me to.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are very appreciative of the opportunity.
So grateful.
And if you guys have any questions,
at Talia Swain, TAYLIAH SWAIN @live.com.
Okay, my Instagram is Joenie2, JOENIQUE2 on Instagram, and you can DM me for any questions or concerns.
and me, this is my page, so you could just drop comments down in the comment section, or I'm gonna put all our apps or informations on the screen right now.
Right here. Find it right here.
Also, if you attend Central State University, there are tryouts for the auxiliary corps. If you want to be a cheerleader, a belle, or a dancer, they do offer you scholarships as well that will cover your book fees, despite the fact you having a PSSP scholarship.
So thank you guys so much for watching.
Additionally, these requirements you will have to complete every year for every year that you will be in college. It's the renewal application that'll give you access to your scholarship every year.